Hello everybody. Because this is a beginner class, so I was thinking I'll take you through a little exercise of creating the first game, and then you guys can get into it and start doing it yourself. So my name is Mouna, and I'm a software engineer. And what we're going to do today is, so the first thing is, we're going to write the first game. But before we get our hands dirty with creating the program, what we want to do is discuss a little bit about coding. Alright? So, what do you want to create? So what do you do before you start coding? What do you want to do is the first thing, right? Yeah. Create the character? Yes. Very good. Create the character. What do you do after that? Yes.
Choose the background you would like.
Yes.
Your character.
Absolutely. Yes.
Think of the type that you want to make.
Yes. Yes. Very good.
Choose maybe the type of like a target audience. It could be like for mature people, for all ages, for maybe PGs.
Definitely. So for kids, it's a different kind of games. For adults, it's a different kind of games. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. So, what is coding in itself? What do you think is coding? Anybody?
Coding is giving commands to a computer for a command for a script command or something like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that it responds for when you tell it to.
Yes. So coding is just about giving some instructions to the computer, right? To tell it what you want it to do. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah? Okay, that's a perfect explanation. Next thing, how can we write code? So we went through create your characters, create the background, but then what do? Do you tell it, do this first, do this next, then do something else? Yeah?
At first, when I first used Scratch, I had no idea what I was doing, and I just told it to do stuff.
Yeah?
But then I realized that it wouldn't start up. I didn't know how to start up.
Start up the game?
So I have to tell it how to start up. So I always put in the command when a green flag clicked.
Yes? Yes, very nice. So have you guys played a little bit around Scratch? So what happens when you start?
When I play around with Sprite, sometimes I just go away.
It actually fails in
So is it?
If you go out this door and it's either straight or I think the meds to the right. Just leave it for a jar. Otherwise you'll be.
Alright, who writes code? Who writes code? Yes?
Mostly, I mean, it's quite hard to write code if you're not a programmer.
Yeah.
When you become an expert programmer, it can be quite easy to write codes, but you don't also need to be a programmer. You could also be some sort of engineer, maybe, who's trying to get their thing working by using codes.
Yes, so you can do design, you can create music, you can create movies. So there's all different kind of programming, right? Alright, so what we're going to do is use Scratch. So what is Scratch? It's a programming language, and it's an online community as well, for you to create stories, for you to create games, for you to create animations. And of course you can create funky characters with backgrounds, etc. Okay, so some tips for you before we start building our first game. First, use Google Chrome because it's got Flash built in. So have you all fired up a Google Chrome and you have Scratch in front of you? Yes, hands up. Yes? Okay, so if you got Scratch on at the moment, create an account so you can save your work and share as well. And third, obviously, remember what Morgan said? Remember about cybersecurity. Yes? Yes? Hands up? Yes? Awesome. Good. Right. How to get started. So, because let's build like a cat and a mouse game, which is very simple, right? So there's a cat which is trying to run around the mouse, and the mouse has to escape. So we are playing as a mouse. So what do we want to do first? So if you're creating a cat and a mouse game, what are the two characters we have to create? Who wants? Yes. And a mouse, right? Perfect. And what about the background? You can have any background you want, yeah? And then you can make how should the cat move and how should the mouse move, right? Okay, once we have built the program, what do? Yes?
You try, well, according to there, you try fixing bugs, because usually even top video game makers have bugs in their games, so they need to scan any bugs they find. And usually in video games, sort of, they have play testers who play a bit in the game and they test for any bugs.
Yes, definitely, because it's always hard to program for everything, right? So we have to test for bugs. Yes? Cool. The last bit is you can always extend. So who's built something with Legos? Okay, so what's the first thing you built? A base? Yes? And then?
A small hotel.
Yeah? Okay, what else?
I build a little house or little pixel art.
Yeah, okay. So do you build like what you want first and then you put stuff on top of it? Is that how you build?
Yes.
Yes? Yes, so get the fundamentals right first and then we can add on top of that. Okay? Okay, so let's work through it together. So have you all have Scratch on your machine? Yes? Alright.
I used to do Scratch myself, and I even managed to make a full game, like I said, but I've forgotten most of the stuff I haven't done it.
Alright, so let's revise it and let's go through it.
Okay. Just change a bit.
Yeah, that's alright then. Yeah.
Alright, so we have a blank screen and we want to create a cat and a mouse game. So what do we do first? Tell me, help me through it. Yes.
We download the Sprite to the cat and mouse.
Perfect. So let's go up here. There's a choose your sprite. So click on that and that will give you option to select which sprite you want. So let's go to animals. Say. Go to the animals and say, okay, let's take that as the cat. Yes? Let's do. Okay, so there's our first character. Has everybody got a cat on the screen? Hands up? Hands up, has two cats. Two?
Yeah, it's starting.
Yes, you can delete the first sprite if you want. I will show you on here. How do you do? So, if you go onto the top here, there's a scissor button. Can you see all the scissor buttons? Click on the scissor button, get to your character, and click on it. Hold on. It's gone. Okay. Let's bring our cat back and put it there. Alright. What is the next sprite that we need?
A mouse.
A mouse, yes. So let's go again and get another animal and let's get a mouse.
I can always rebuild it.
It's a perfect mouse. Okay. There. The two sprites on the screen now. So first goal achieved. Yes? Awesome. What do we want to do now? Do we all like the white background?
No, we could maybe do anyone.
Okay, let's add a new background to it, right? So let's go up here on the left side. You can see new backdrops. Yeah, click on that, and there's all your backdrops. So let's say we go outdoors. Which ones do you like? Do you have a preference?
I personally, for a cat and a mouse, I'd probably prefer it to be like a kitchen of some sort. To set the mood of the mouse trying to sleep.
Perfect. So let's go indoors and look for a kitchen scene. Do we have a kitchen scene?
Yes,
There's a kitchen. Okay. Let's put that in.
What if you want to remove something?
do you want to remove the mouse and the cat?
Not the best, but it has a.
If there's a button, this is a button. Click on that. And then click on that one. Okay. So do we have a cat and a mouse in the background? Hands up, everybody? Alright, perfect. Okay, so we are playing as a mouse, right? So what do we want to do? Do we want to be able to move the mouse? So, are we going to use the arrow keys on the computer? Yes?
Just a question.
Yes.
We're trying to get...
In the meanwhile, what have you started doing? Anybody started doing something with the sprites?
I rearranged them to put them on the floor because it would be logical if they were running along the side of the
Floor? Yes? Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to go into the script section. Are you all in the script section?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have different options, right? So we got motion. If you want to move, you have to go inside that. There's events. So you want to say, when I do something, something should happen, right? Then you go to the events. So now, the first thing I want to do is, when I press my right key on the keyboard, I want the mouse to move to the right. Yeah? So what we're going to do is click on your mouse sprite, go to the events, and say, pull this thing which says, when space key pressed. Pull it and put it on the space. So when you drag something from there onto the script section, that's what you started your program, right? That's what your mouse is going to do. So we say, click on the little spot there and say, when right arrow. So that's an event. When something happens, okay? I want to move the mouse. Sorry. So I say, move 10 steps. So now, press on your right key on the keyboard. There, our mouse is moving. So I put it there. There. Can you see that?
Not yet.
Have you all got your mouse moving to the right? Yes?
Move.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now, if I want to move it to the right, what do I want to do next? Left, perfect. Let's do the same thing. Let's go to the events, pull in another one, and say, when left arrow,
You're copying her? You know where to go?
No. What we're going to do is say change X by -10. Alright. So, who can tell me about 2D axis?
This one.
You know 2D axis? Yes.
Drag that. Connect it to that one. See how it connects? And then see, she's changed that so then you click on
Perfect.
that arrow.
There you go.
No, click again. You've got up arrow.
That's a perfect answer.
And then you do the same again. So then you go on the left arrow. You drag it down further. So you click on this one again, then put it here, don't join it. And then change that one to left arrow. This one.
Alright guys, so here is an explanation of 2D axis. You need to know this to be able to move it across, right? So X, Y, negative X, and negative Y, right? So, if you want to move your sprite to the X, you want to add it by 10 or by 20 or by 30, but you want to add X, right? If you want to move it on the other direction, you have to add -10. So positive and negative numbers? Yes? Perfect? Cool. Now, if you wanted to move it up, sorry. If you want to move it up, you want to do Y plus 10. If you want to move it to the bottom, -10. Yeah? You're all with me? Perfect.
Yep.
Alright. Cool. So what we're going to do now, as I said, when you click left arrow, you have to change X by
You have to change x by -10.
Perfect. Change x by -10. So now if I press left, voila, it's moving left. So I've got right, I've got left. Have you got it?
Oh.
Perfect.
When left.
Left and right?
Left.
Alright, so if you've got left and right, everybody's got left and right?
Yep.
Yes? Okay. So the next bit is move to the top. Let's do move to the top. Go to the events again. Get when up arrow pressed. What do you have to increase? Yes.
The x by +10.
X or Y by
X or Y.
X is
Sideways.
X is horizontal, Y is vertical. So if you want to go up,
Oh, you have to go vertical.
Y, yes, perfect. So you go change Y by 10.
Y by 10. I mean, he's made a lot of help, but I can't helping him.
Yeah,
Slightly.
if you want to go this direction, X, this direction, negative,
I would, but
top direction, Y, bottom direction, negative Y. Yes?
yes,
Perfect. Alright. Okay. So now we are moving to the top. Yep. Let's move it to the bottom now, the last bit. Let's say when bottom arrow pressed, down arrow pressed, I want to change Y by
-10.
perfect, -10. So there's our mouse. Right, left, top, bottom.
Yeah.
Who's got all that?
Yep. Works.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Now, there's one more thing we should do before we start thinking about what we need to do with that cat, right? Now, I'll show you something. Have a look at the screen, and if I'm going right, I'm actually gone off the screen. Do I want that?
No. So you're going to need to set a border of some sort, maybe?
Yes.
I don't remember how to do that, but I think I once did that in my video.
Perfect. We need to set something. So there's a perfect one in under motion. This says if on edge bounce. So we're going to put that on and say if on edge bounce. We're going to say move 10 steps, if on edge bounce.
And add that to the rest of it.
Yes, let's try that. There you go. It's bounced. It's on the other side now.
It's motion.
Let's put that for all of them so that we don't get them off the screen.
Now you have to put it on the rest.
Yes. So let's go to the top and see if it's bouncing. There you go. Oh, perfect. It's changing directions. Who's got all of that? Left, right, top, bottom? Perfect, nice. I don't have candies. You guys are doing awesome.
Well, I bet they're doing it. Yes, they are.
You're going to be the candy man today. Sure.
Thank you.
You did too? Yes. So, we've got our mouse. Perfect. So let's work on our cat. Yeah? Okay. So what does the cat need to do? Let's click on our cat. what does the cat need to do? So cat needs to just, yes?
It needs to pursue the mouse.
Yes, needs to pursue the mouse.
It needs to automatically chase the mouse.
Yes, okay. So how do we make it automatically chase the mouse? Now what I mean is, do you move it by 10, do you move it by 20, or you just move it by a random number?
You should try and move it either around the same speed or even faster.
Yeah, speed is good, but what say if I want my cat to be like here, and then I want my cat to be here, and then here, and then here, but I don't know what direction I want it to be. What do I do? Random?
Yeah, let's do random.
Yes, perfect. We can move the mouse randomly. So what we can do, so start with the mouse and say, so this is a start button, right? So you can all see the green flag? Yeah? So that says when the green button is clicked, I want my mouse to start, my cat to start moving. Okay? So I can say, so how long do I want my cat to move? Forever? Oh, yes.
I would until the game ends.
Till the game ends. Okay, so let's put a forever block, right? So we have a whole set of controls here which says control, yes.
I remember this part about it because you put forever and then you put in what it does forever and then you can say repeat until.
Yes, perfect. So we put a forever block. So what we do is let's pull this forever block in here. Sorry, not repeat. Forever block in here. So now we can do whatever we want to make the mouse do it forever. So now we can see what we want to do it forever, right? Okay. What's the first thing we say? Okay. So we want to move it randomly. Is that what we decided?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Let's do it. So we say, let's turn, do we want to turn the cat around as well? Yes? Okay, let's do that. Let's say turn the cat 15 degrees. 15 degrees? Do you know the degree?
Yep.
Yes? 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 Yes. So what is the... Yes? Yes. Yes. Perfect. Yes? Oh, good. Cool. So now, you want a random, right? So inside the operators, if you want to click on the operators, it says pick random 1 to 10. So we're going to pull that and put it into this white space that was there before. So instead of saying turn 15 degrees, we're going to say pick anything between 1 to 100 and move. Now, if we want to move 0 to 360, what do we have to put in there? Is it 1 to 10? What do we want to do? We want to do 0 to 360. Yes, perfect. Yes.
He accidentally pressed the green button while he was still doing it.
Oh yeah. So you can just go stop.
Oh, that's
Stop. There. Stop. Okay. So now, so let's see what happens. Click on the green button. All of you.
Start random.
Is it turning? Yes? Awesome.
He's going so fast.
Okay, now what I want you to do is stop. Click on the stop button. Stop. 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 Perfect. Stop it. Yes. So now we want it to move as well, right? Because we don't want it to be stuck at one space and keep spinning. Because we want it to shift and move. Yes. Perfect. So what we're going to do is go to the motion and say move 10 steps inside the forever block. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, do we want to just move 10 steps or do we want it to just pick a number and then move?
Yes.
Yes, pick a number. So what we're going to do, again, go to operators and say pick a random. Let's put, say, 20 to 100. Choose your numbers. Select whatever you want, how much ever you want it to move. Okay. Yes? And then, what I want you to do is click on the green button. See what happens.
Whoa.
click on it, change the number.
Yeah.
It's going crazy. Let's stop it. Alright. Now we need to do one more thing. So what did we do before to say if it's on the, we don't want it to go off the borders. What do we do? Bounce. Bounce. Let's make it to bounce. So we go, motion, if on the edge, bounce. Yes? Yes? Okay, let's press the green button and see what happens. Ooh.
Now it is really shaking.
That's very fast, right? Alright, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's go and press the stop button. Alright. So 10 to 50 steps. Nice. So what we're going to do is we want to make it wait a little bit before it starts over again, right? So we can do wait 1 second, wait 2 seconds. So let's go and add a wait. Did you all get that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 7 o'clock.
Let's finish all that. Well, I don't have enough. You never got 1 pen, sorry. I'm out of candies now.
Out of candies? Sorry.
Alright. Let's press the green button and see what happens now.
Okay. Oh,
Is it more controlled?
yes.
Yes?
And it is moving.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right?
Okay. Now, our cat is moving, our mouse is moving. What do we do next?
When the cat touches the mouse has to disappear and say something that means game over.
Perfect. Perfect. That's a perfect answer.
Yes.
Alright, so what we're going to do is, first let's stop that.
Yeah.
And
The sound.
sound, yes. Let's put some sound as well. So we're going to say, let's put it to, go to our mouse again. Go back to your mouse. And say, we want to do, let's go back to the beginning again and say, when green button clicks, I want something to start. So what something, yeah? Alright, we go. Do we want to do it forever? Do we want, yeah? Or do it a few times? Forever? Forever sounds good? Let's put a forever block on the mouse and say, if touching. Let's go to sensing. Sensing has a whole list of controls which says if something is touching something, then do something. Right? So there's a block which says touching, the first block. I want you to pull it over to the forever block and put it inside.
Touching. Oh, no.
But before that, sorry, we just need a if block inside that. So it says if touching. So let's pull this over to the little block there and say if touching the cat, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when the green button clicks, start a forever block inside which we say if touching the cat, do something. Yes?
Looks, because it says say or something.
Yeah, okay. So we say, let's say maybe looks. Say, if a cat is eating a mouse, what do we want to say?
Ow.
Spell it out for me. How do we say that?
Ow.
Ow? Ow? Okay.
For about 3 seconds.
Alright. Ow. Let's put 3 seconds. Okay. Perfect. Now let's try this. Let's do a green button. And for hypothetically, let's say our mouse is going to touch. Did it say ow?
Yes, it did. Oh wait, now we have to make it disappear. So the person can play.
Yes, okay. It's saying ow?
Yes.
Yes.
behind things.